Donald Trump just said something about Filipinos that's suddenly sending Americans to the Philippines. But what did he say, and why millions of Americans are moving to the Philippines? The Philippines, a country known for its pristine beaches, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. But recently, it's been attracting attention for another reason. Americans are flocking here in numbers never before. What sparked this sudden wave of interest? It all began with Donald Trump saying something about the Philippines and its people. The Filipino people, they're incredible, hardworking, loyal, and when they want something, they go for it. We could learn a lot from them, says Trump. Now, that might sound like a simple compliment, but in Trump's world, even a simple compliment can turn into something much bigger. Let's dive deeper into what he said and why it's suddenly causing a rush of Americans to travel to the Philippines. Located in Southeast Asia, the Philippines is made up of more than 7,000 islands, offering a variety of landscapes and experiences. Historically, the country has had strong ties to the United States, both good and bad. From the Philippine-American War in the early 1900s, where the two nations were at odds, to the long-standing military alliances and cultural exchanges that followed. The US and the Philippines have always had a complicated but interesting relationship. In fact, over 4 million Filipinos live in America today, contributing to a vibrant and growing Filipino-American community. But why? Why in recent years have more and more Americans begun to look at the Philippines differently? Let's take a step back. In 2017, President Trump was speaking as a business summit when he praised the Filipino people. He called them incredible, saying they were hardworking and loyal. These are qualities that many Americans hold in high standing, especially during a time when the US was facing challenges in its own political landscape. So, what was it about Trump's words that made Americans sit up and take notice? Well, in part, it had to do with the way he framed the Filipino spirit. Trump wasn't just complimenting a foreign country. He was pointing out that Filipinos have qualities many Americans could learn from. He seemed to say that the hard work and resilience of Filipinos were things to be admired and emulated. But there's more to it. The Philippines has become a hub for outsourcing, with many American companies outsourcing jobs to the country for years. The Philippines offers a slower pace. From call centers to tech support, Filipinos are doing jobs that keep American businesses running smoothly. And it's not just about work. The Philippines offers a slower pace of life, affordable living, and incredibly welcoming atmosphere, perfect for those looking to escape the hustle and bustle of life in the States. Here's the kicker. Trump's comments were part of a broader trend that's been happening for years now. The Philippines has become one of the most sought-after destinations for American retirees, digital nomads, and even young people looking for an adventure. And why not? The country offers everything from world-class beaches to bustling urban centers like Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Plus, the cost of living is significantly lower than in the US. I moved to the Philippines because of the lifestyle. It's affordable, and the people are kind, and there is a lot to do here. Plus, the quality of life is amazing. I never thought I'd find this kind of balance between work and relaxation. So Trump's praise wasn't just empty flattery. It struck a chord with Americans looking for a different kind of life, a slower pace, a friendlier environment, and a chance to learn from a country that has built its own path to success and resilience. The US-Philippine relationship goes way back. and its roots are deeply intertwined with history. After the Philippine-American War, which ended in 1902, the Philippines became an American colony, marking the start of a complex and sometimes turbulent relationship. The U.S. took control of the islands following the Spanish-American War, and under American rule, the Philippines saw both progress and hardship. The Americans helped build infrastructure, set up schools, and introduce modern systems of governance. However, the period of colonial rule was not without conflict, and as many Filipinos resisted American control and fought for their independence. Despite this rocky start, the relationship between the US and the Philippines began to evolve. At the time World War II erupted, the Philippines had been granted Commonwealth status in 1925, allowing them to prepare for full independence. But the Japanese invasion of the Philippines in 1941 thrust the islands into the global conflict. The Philippines became a critical battleground in the Pacific theater, and American and Filipino forces fought side by side against the Japanese army. The bond between the two countries was cemented through shared sacrifice and bloodshed during the war. Following the Philippines' liberation in 1945, the U.S. granted the country independence in 1946. But the relationship did not end there. In fact, it deepened. The U.S. maintained military bases in the Philippines, such as Clark Air Base and Subic Naval Base, which played a key role during the Cold War as the U.S. sought to exert influence in Asia. Over the decades, millions of Filipinos moved to the United States, initially due to educational opportunities and professional advancement, and later as part of the 1964 Immigration and Nationality Act, which eased restrictions on immigration. Filipino Americans became a significant part of U.S. society, contributing to its growth in areas such as healthcare, education, and arts. Even after the U.S. military bases were closed in the early 1990s, the strategic alliance between the U.S. and the Philippines remained strong. The two nations cooperated on matters of security, trade, and human rights, and this partnership has continued to grow in importance, particularly in the context of global tensions in the Pacific. Through all the ups and downs, despite the historical conflicts, one thing has remained clear: the U.S. and the Philippines share a deep bond built on mutual respect, shared values, and a long history of cooperation and friendship. And it's this bond that continues to shape the future of the relationship. With Americans increasingly finding themselves drawn to the Philippines, not just for its historical ties, but for the opportunities it offers today. Today, Filipinos make up one of the largest immigrant groups in America, contributing significantly to the U.S. culture, business, and healthcare. Trump's words about Filipinos' work ethic may have been a reminder of this deep connection. How Filipinos have always been dedicated to their work, their families, and their communities. Trump's statement, simple as it was, resonated with many Americans, especially those who are looking for new opportunities, new places to live, or just a fresh perspective. The Philippines is not just a vacation spot. It's now being seen as a place for a new chapter in life. And it's not just retirees. Young people are moving to the Philippines to teach, work remotely, and even start businesses. With a population of more than 110 million, there is a vibrant market for all kinds of services, and expats are becoming an integral part of the local economy. An American retiree once said, "I retired here because I could live comfortably on my pension. The Philippines feels like home. The people are so welcoming, and the lifestyle is exactly what I needed after working all my life in the States." So Trump's words were not just a passing comment. They tapped into something much deeper, a growing appreciation for the Filipino work ethic, their resilience, and the lifestyle the Philippines offers. The truth is, the Philippines has always been a gem, one that many Americans are just starting to discover. From the breathtaking beauty of its landscapes, kindness and generosity of its people, the Philippines is a country that's not just captured the attention of Americans, it's captured their hearts. And with a simple compliment from Trump, suddenly more Americans are looking to the Philippines as a destination for work, play, and everything in between. So, what do you think? Could the Philippines be the place for your next big adventure? As more Americans discover the beauty and culture of the Philippines, it's clear that Trump's words have only opened the door to what could be the next big migration wave. But whatever the reason, the Philippines is ready to welcome anyone who wants to learn, grow, and live a little differently.